What's up kind of weird.
Yeah, I know,
haven't
right?
had any other.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot. You know, a lot of it's at wrestling when it's like I don't really like someone, but hey, you walk around the corner, you turn around, and you just do it. What's up? You don't think about it, you know, and you're like, I freaking hate that guy. What did I say? Why did I say what's up?
Will you adjust in that regard? 'Cause I got to think you're probably gonna have more of those awkward.
No, the thing is you can't because your brain. The first thing your brain goes into is, do I recognize this person? You know, at least for me, that's what happens. And I err on the side of politeness, maybe, if you would.
Was that the only one so far, though, or have you had any other run-ins this week?
That wasn't this week. That was at the press conference.
Okay, the press conference.
No, I haven't had any other ones this week, but yeah, I mean, it's happened a lot of times in my past.
What about with Dana White? What have you had any?
Nothing.
No meetings. No one.
Nothing. He doesn't want to talk to me. I don't know what his problem is.
Do you really think he doesn't want to talk to you?
If he wanted to talk to me, he would have talked to me, right? I approached him in New York and said, "Hey, let's sit down and talk." He said, "We don't need to talk." He's had my phone number. We've been in the same area. I mean, if he really wanted to hash it out, we could have hashed it out plenty of times by now. I don't feel like he wants to. Maybe he feels like he probably feels like he also doesn't need to, and that's fine. It's whatever.
Do you think that'll happen after you get a couple wins or one win or?
Man, if he waits that long, that's kind of a bandwagon, right? It might be too late for him. I might close the door on that.
Do you feel a need to talk to him?
I already tried. Yeah, I mean, listen, with anybody in my life who I don't see eye to eye with, I think it's so important to have communication. And like as soon as I feel that with someone, I say, "Hey man, let's sit down and let's just work this out. I'm reasonable. I think you're reasonable. If I didn't think you're reasonable, I wouldn't even talk to you, right? I think you're reasonable. Let's sit down. We're obviously at a misunderstanding, some way, shape, or form. Let's just hash it out."
So in the press conference, it was said that you didn't have a problem, he didn't have a problem, but it still seems like.
Well, I'm more like whatever. If he does, you know, I've let him know my feelings. I've let him know that I'd like to hash it out. He doesn't want to hash it out. That's fine.
So after you called out pretty much the entire welterweight division, were you almost let down that you got paired up with the one guy that you didn't call out?
That was funny, right? That was funny. No, it's a great fight for me. Like I kind of said, you know, it's not the easiest fight, but as far as proving how good I'm a fighter, I am as a fighter, from a popularity standpoint, it's a really good fight.
Any chip on your shoulder about this not happening sooner?
Chip on your shoulder is bad for people, so I try not to keep them there.
Are there any you have right now?
None. No, I let them go like 10 years ago. I used to have a few and let them go. Gone.
So has camp been any different now that you and Tyron, of course you've worked together for years, but that you're fighting on the same day, peaking at the same time?
A little bit, you know, because lots of times before it was only about him, which, right, that's what I'm helping prepare for a fight. That's how it should be. You know, I always make the joke against Damian Maia. Like I studied Damian Maia and I realized he only really did 3 moves, you know, and I'd get pissed when I'm training with Tyron because it's like, well, fuck, I can only do 3 moves, you know? Like, if I'm Damian Maia, I can only do these 3 moves. And so my ability, you know, I'd get 0 takedowns every single day, 0 takedowns, because I'm doing the 3 moves that he does. And so now, you know, obviously I'm preparing also, I have to do what I do. And so, you know, but we're really good about working together, give and take, push it, you know, and so it's kind of like, it's almost unspoken, we're taking turns.
You know, when you speak, you'll say, "Well, if I lose, my stock will go back up if I win the next fight."
Yeah,
some fighters don't let that enter their mind before a fight.
They're lying. I mean, it's as simple as it is, they're lying. They're either lying or they're really, really stupid, one of the two. I mean, maybe they're so dumb they sit there and think, green tree, blue sky. I don't know, but I mean, obviously anyone who has half a brain thinks about all the possibilities that can happen. I mean, the guys who struggle with that are the ones who dwell on the loss, right? And all the things, so then I deal with kids all the time, right? What they do is, in your head, you say, I could win or I could lose. Obvious, right? So then they start thinking, well, if I lose, then my mom's gonna be mad at me. My girlfriend's not gonna like me, right? They start thinking about all this bullshit that has no bearing on their actual performance, and that's where people get hung up a lot. And so, you know, obviously, if I can't recognize that I can win and or lose, right? There's a draw possibility, there's no contest, which is a lot less likely. But if I can't recognize that possibility, I'm either lying or I'm really, really low IQ.
So what's the trajectory you see in your career here? Do you see a title shot the next fight? Or do you think
probably not the next one. Not too far away though.
Like 3 fights or?
Yeah, they'll probably make the 165 division this fall, so probably sometime around then.
Have you heard rumblings about that?
No, but I'm feeling the energy. The harder Dana goes against something, the more likely it is to happen. We all know that.